Welcome to Violet Light Tarot. This is the lessons and takeaway for Sagittarius for June of 2020. So if you are Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or a cross-watcher, you're welcome to hang out with us today. Remember that this is a collective reading, so if this doesn't resonate with you, that's fine, that's cool. And another part of your natal chart might be more apt, or another reader may be more apt. That's okay too, that's awesome. Come back and join us for another reading. It could also be that only part of what this is meant for you, so remember, take what resonates, leave the rest, enjoy your time with us. Constructive and positive responses are always welcome in the comments. Please like, as it helps the channel a lot when you hit the like button. Subscribe and the notification bell as well for upcoming videos, as there are a lot coming up. We have a little bit of a different setup, as you may notice, using an original Thoth deck that was provided to me. It was literally the first deck I ever received, and kind of nostalgic. I thought it would be a good deck to use for lessons for what's been learned so far. And I'm going to do a little bit of a different spread. It's still going to be 8 cards. It's just going to be from the one deck, only one spread as opposed to pick a card. And we're going to do 4 across the top for your actual message, and then 4 below that to clarify what the message actually means for you, Sagittarius, for this particular month's takeaway and lessons. So, oh, that was fast. So we're starting out with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And we also have the 6 of Pentacles upright. What I was going to ask Sagittarius was, how has your June been? Leave a comment. Let us know how you're doing. And we have another card for you, is the Ace of Swords upright. We just need one more card for your... No, it didn't want to turn. It wanted to turn over, then it didn't want to turn over. So, oh, hang on. Whoa. That's the one that wanted to come out. Okay. Okay, hang on. You can come out too. Just give me a sec. Okay, so you have the 5 of Wands as your final card for your message. This is going to be used as your first clarifier. So we're starting out with you, Sagittarius, your lessons and takeaway, referring to the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So your intuition with regard to your money and your home life and work life and just everyday 3D existence. It might have been a little off this particular month. It's okay. It kind of comes and goes sometimes with regard to how you're feeling about certain things. And with everything happening in the world, it's absolutely understandable that you were feeling like a little bit unsure of where things were going. You do have the 6 of Pentacles, though, which talks about reciprocity, give and take, borrow, receive, give, that kind of thing. So it looks like you were in a position where you were able to provide to other people or help other people out, which is always awesome, and you were able to receive in other instances where you requested it. So being able to receive and ask for help is an exceptional skill, Sagittarius, and not a lot of people are able to do that. So good for you. Always keep that up. Don't ever worry about having to ask for help, and being able to ask for help when you need it. You also have the Ace of Wands, or sorry, Ace of Swords, which says that there was a new venture that was started in June for you with regard to communication. It could be a new thought of a new business. It could be a new, maybe if you're a writer or something to do with a new story that you wanted to write, some kind of communication that was started out in a brand new way for you with regard to a new chapter in your life. There was some conflict for you, Sagittarius, for this month. I mean, generally in the world for the month of June has been just hectic with conflict and agitation and negativity. But for you personally, again, it's not a personal reading, granted, but for you as a Sagittarian, you did experience some form of conflict, whether it was with regards to the movements going on or just something else that happened to you individually. It is being noted here that that was meant to happen as part of your lesson and takeaway. Please remember, again, this is a collective reading, so if you are looking for something a little more specific to you as an individual, in the description box below this video, there is a link for the site to purchase an individual reading that's specific to your own life and predictions. So I'm going to start with the clarifiers and find out exactly what this message is trying to tell us for what your lessons were meant to be. So we're starting out with the Justice card upright. That's going to clarify the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I have been trying to read them individually and see where they're headed as I've been going with the other signs previously, but sometimes I end up in a space where I'm not exactly sure what's going on. So oddly enough, I got all three cards. Sagittarians, I'm telling you, you guys are adventurous, you are on a journey, you're willing to take trips, and so are your cards right out of the pile. Okay, so we have the Three of Chalices, or the Three of Cups, and that's going to clarify the Six of Pentacles, which makes sense. The Tower moment is clarifying the Ace of Swords, and lastly, the Five of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Chalices or the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so Sagittarius, what I'm seeing for you, for your clarifications, your issues with regard to your finances and your intuition with regard to your finances being a little off has something to do with justice. So the balancing thereof, I'm seeing the justice as more of a balancing act or something to do with a legal matter. So you weren't expecting something to come in with regard to a legal matter. It can be something as easy as a speeding ticket to something as more convenient with regard to like a lawsuit or something to that effect. But it could also be a balancing act where you were having issues with balancing your checkbook, and that was causing you to have a little bit less of a handle on your exact finances. Again, with everything going on, with everything shut down, some people's jobs have been a bit in question, or with the new government funding being a little bit different to your usual income, I can see how that would happen for just about anybody. The Three of Cups is clarifying for you for the Six of Pentacles. So it was basically your friend group and your social group that you were able to keep in contact with and be able to help them out, and they were able to help you out, which is awesome. Again, that's great. Keeping in contact with people during this time is very, very important, as you know. Even though you are one Sagittarius to enjoy your personal space and your time alone, having people in your life that you can turn to when you need to, and having people who can turn to you when they need to, is absolutely important just as a human being in general. The Tower moment is clarifying your Ace of Swords, which means that something in your life changed to the extent that it caused this new communication to need to be required to start now, as opposed to maybe having been meant to start later on. Now, this could actually also clarify in a way with regard to your finances. I'm finding this happening a lot with this particular way I'm doing this setup. Instead of going, starting out, middle, ending, outcome, it's really kind of going here and then here. So you had a new communication come in, or a new start to something to do with communication, and a new start in life, very fast moving started right away, but it was because of a Tower moment. That Tower moment also caused you to have issues with your balancing of your income and balancing of your material existence. But you had your friends around, and you were able to get help from them, and in turn help them out in other ways that they were requiring help from. So that was awesome, like I said. And the Queen of Cups, so something to do with your intuition, something to do with your emotions was off, like in the reverse, so it was off. and it was causing conflict. I'm wondering if I'm looking at it again, and I'm wondering if the conflict wasn't necessarily with other people, as the picture would denote it. So it shows other people, but at the same time, you and your friends seem to be having done really well with each other, and you had that ability to be there for them, and they were there for you. So that doesn't tell me that there was any kind of conflict within your own social network. I'm wondering if it has to do with your issues with regard to your intuition and your emotions were causing a conflict, which led to the tower moment. Something to do with, to me it feels like it was a work thing though. And Sagittarius being a fire sign, you do have that hot-headedness. It's normally stereotypically given to Aries, but you do have that ability within you. So it could be that in a moment of a tower, in a moment of an absolute change, where something really took place that rocked your financial stability, and your balance in your home life and your work life, that it caused you to be more aggressive than you normally would be. I'm still looking at this tower moment and this communication, this beginning of a new communication, as being the cause of everything that turned into what it became. So the conflict I'm seeing has something to do more with your workspace or with the job that maybe you lost due to the lockdowns and closures. And the conflict that ensued, it could also be conflict with the financial institutions with regard to the balancing, because of the fact that you were having issues with your the payments, etc., not being the same as you normally would receive. But you were able to come out of all of this because, like I said, you and your friends and family and whoever your social network were able to sort of keep each other going. You were keeping each other bolstered by sort of being each other's cheerleader and being there for each other, and also being able to reciprocate with you helping them out when they needed it and them helping you out when you needed it. So your takeaway from what I'm seeing here, Sagittarius, for the month of June is that even though something majorly huge happened to you with regard to your finances and your communication abilities, which caused conflict and caused you to have a real imbalance and sort of an instability with regard to your 3D life, you were still able to keep your head, as it were, which Sagittarius is usually known for anyway. But you were able to keep your friend group intact. You were able to keep yourself intact and still, in your usual way, help out when needed. So the takeaway from this is to remember that the people that you were working with regard to those helping you and you helping them, those are the people that are meant to be with you. Those are the people that you need to hang on to at this time. Whoever this was that you were having a conflict with because of the tower is not your circle. This is your circle. The people that helped you out and were there for you. And don't forget too that there are also always people that want to help you out, that for whatever reason they may not be able to, or you may not see them as the person that you want to go to, but the fact that they are invested, the fact that they are trying, the fact that they are asking how they can help you, it is a form of help. And it's just a matter of you remembering to ask for it or remembering to voice exactly what you need. At times, which it looks like you were able to do with most of your friends. For some reason, I'm seeing that as something that a Sagittarian watching this needs to hear, is that as guarded as you may be for whatever reason, when people are trying to give you assistance, that's how you're meant to be. You're meant to accept the assistance and help when offered, and in turn be there to help others when they need you. I'm seeing that as your golden rule. I'm seeing that as your lesson for the month. So Sagittarian, thank you so much for joining today. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. And please have a wonderful last few days of June. Please, again, hit the notification bell. The upcoming predictions for July are coming in the next couple of days, as well as the weekly reading, which is also uploading for Sunday, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, thank you again, and have a wonderful time. Bye for now.